If you're looking for a career that can give you tons of money every year without years of schooling and mountains of actual student debt, maybe getting a CDL truck driver's license is the best option for you. Did you know that an average truck driver makes about $75,000 per year? That's right. That's just average. So as you kind of get more experience, you can make a lot more money than that. But if you're watching this video and you might have a criminal background, at that point you might be thinking, hey, sounds like a good option. It's affordable, it's fast, but can I actually get a job? Because I do have a history. Well, one of the beautiful things about getting a CDL license is an equal playing field no matter who you are or where you came from, right? There's going to be a few requirements that are needed in order to actually get a CDL license, but assuming you pass that, really your past has nothing to do with what your future is. And that's what I really love about helping people get their CDL license. Because your past does not determine your future. You do not have to be a victim of it. And you can take control of your future and create it however you want to. So that being said, let's give you the 5 requirements that you're actually going to need to have in order to get a CDL license. As long as you can pass all this stuff, you are ready to rock and roll. Step number 1, make sure you're at least 18 years of age or older, and if you want to drive outside of the state, it has to be 21. Make sure you have an actual valid driver's license, which means it cannot be probationary, cannot be suspended. Make sure you actually have a social security number, which means as long as you have a social security number and you have a work authorization that you can work in this country, you can actually get yourself a CDL license. Number 4, make sure you actually get past a DOT physical. What does that mean? That means you have to make sure that you are healthy enough to actually drive a tractor trailer. That's a pretty simple test itself. And number 5, make sure you're a good person, because we want good people on the road that are safety focused itself. So as long as you fit those 5 things, you are ready to rock and roll. Now, it does not matter what your history is, you can actually get yourself that CDL license that you're after. Because if you've been to jail or if you have any type of criminal history, it can actually block you from a lot of things moving forward in your future itself. There's many different careers in things like finance, education, and just general jobs that will never allow you to actually work there simply because you made 1 or 2 mistakes in the past. So what is the real when it comes to getting your CDL license if you do have a criminal background? So the main things you do have to understand is going to be what kind of criminal charge do you have. Of course, the bigger the charge, the harder it is for you to find a job after. But it's not going to actually stop you from actually getting that CDL license. So for instance, worst case scenario, say you had a DUI 2 years ago, right? A DUI, and as long as your license is currently valid now, that won't stop you from actually getting your CDL license that you want. But having a DUI that's only been 2 years ago is going to shut down a lot of doors for you when it comes to which companies are willing to hire you coming right out of school with no experience itself, right? The other thing is going to be when it comes to criminal charges. There are companies out there that do background checks because they're just going to give you a truck that's worth over $100,000 and they have to have some type of trust with you, which means the bigger the criminal charge is, it's not going to stop you from actually getting the CDL license, but it might potentially stop you from getting the job that you want. The beautiful thing about getting a job, however, there's over 80,000 driver shortage right now in the country, which means there's so much opportunity out there and you just can't be so picky about it. What I recommend is get your foot in the door, get yourself hired, get yourself some experience, and then once you have 2-3 years experience, and without any accidents, you can become a very valuable driver. And at that point, it's very easy to get whatever job that you want. Now, you did the crime, you did the time, and now it's time to really kind of start rebuilding your future and understanding you can't really change your past, but you can put in what is needed to actually change your future. That being said, there are going to be a few things when it comes to the CDL world that will affect you depending on what your criminal history is. So there's going to be 3 main endorsements that you potentially can get. Endorsement number 1 is going to be hazardous material. Here you have to go through a background check, fingerprints, and depending on the crime that you did in the past, it will prevent you from doing that. And the other 2 things is going to be school bus and then passenger endorsements, which means if your crimes were big in the past, you probably won't be eligible to actually get yourself a passenger or school bus endorsement. But the cool thing is you can actually drive a tractor trailer and transport 99% of the stuff out there in the world and make good money while you're doing it. Now you might be saying, okay, what if I get my CDL license and I have this and I can't find myself a job? But the good thing is you don't need to find yourself a job if that's not what you're after. A lot of people who have criminal history, they have a great way of making money, or they have some type of money saved up, and their goal is to kind of become their own boss in the future. And this is a great career to actually get that in, because you can get yourself a license and you can just buy yourself a truck and start your own company, because at that point, no one's checking your background and you completely control your future. If that's not where you're at right now, no big deal. You can work towards it, but that is an option for you. So no matter what your past looks like, it always is a good thing to know that getting a CDL license is an equal playing field. No matter what you look like, no matter how old you are, no matter where you came from, you can actually change your entire life with your CDL license. And that's why we're so passionate. Our mission here at Driving Academy is to help 1 million people get on the road to freedom with their CDL license. And we truly know that as long as you do the proper training, you get your license, we'll help you out with lifetime job placement. You'll be ready to rock and roll no matter what you decide to build for your own future itself. The other cool things about us is we're super affordable. $500 down is all you need to get started. And we also open up 7 days a week, which means you can work around whatever schedule that you need to, because our job is to make sure that we make it as simple and as easy for you to get your license. So if you're looking for more information, check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com. Thanks, and I'll see you soon. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to get your CDL license, you know where to go. Check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com, right over there. And if you like this video, you'll definitely like this video right over here. So make sure you check that out. But before anything else, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you soon.